when he says, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven, what's he talking about?
Would it be the Revelation 12? Would it be Revelation 12 where it talks about it?
What's the immediate context? Always start with the immediate context.
So the demons being kicked out.
The spread of the gospel.
Yeah.
Spread of the gospel. And Jesus is saying, I saw Satan defeated by you guys. Revelation 12 is, number one, remember that Revelation is like, wow, sort of language. I have always understood, and this is, I certainly wouldn't go to the stake for this. I wouldn't go anywhere near a stake for this. But when it talks about he sweeps a third of the stars of heaven out with his tail, my guess, which, not worth a whole lot when we're talking about Revelation. My guess is that this is a reference to the possibility that Satan is an angel.
That's why.
That he led other angels astray. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that Satan is an angel. Lots of people say it, but nowhere in the Bible, although there are extra biblical texts which refer to it being an angel that fell. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that we have no idea where he came from. Okay, bear that in mind. So as I said, I'm going to edit that bit out. As I said, be careful. The references sometimes only reference a phrase. So when I looked at that Luke passage, the cross-reference points to Nebuchadnezzar in Isaiah. Not the same. Not the same. So just be aware of that, okay? But you chase down the cross-references because sometimes it'll be really profitable. You go, oh, okay, those connect. I didn't see that, but now I put it together, it makes sense. Anything else?
Yeah, but...
Not now, okay. Save it. Any other questions? Jake?
It's just bugging me because throughout MIC, we did one piece.
I'm not going in against Karl Mattei.
No.
I'm just saying. I'm not going against Karl Mattei. Yes?
Sorry, Carl.
No, it's during the Bible studies where we did manuscript of 1 Peter.
Yes.
The bit where it says, if judgment begins with the household of God, how much more something will be for the rest? And then if we are scarcely saved, how much more terrible?
Didn't ask me the one I'm terrified of.
No, don't worry about that.
No, because you just referenced the house of... what you said.
So, what is your question?
So, firstly, what is that judgment? Secondly...
Surely that's the judgment that falls on Jesus.
1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17.
Yeah.
Let's look at the context. Dear friends, do not be surprised at the painful trial you are suffering as though something strange were happening to you, but rejoice that you participate in the sufferings of Christ, that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. For if you are insulted because of the name of Christ, you are blessed. The Spirit of glory and of God rests on you. If you suffer, it should not be as a murderer or as a thief, or any other kind of criminal, or even as a meddler. However, if you suffer as a Christian, do not be ashamed, but praise God that you bear that name. For it is time for judgment to begin with the family of God, and if it begins with us, what will the outcome be for those who do not obey the gospel of God? And if it's hard for the righteous to be saved, what will become of the ungodly instead? So then, those who suffer according to God's will should commit themselves to their faithful Creator and continue to do good. Clearly talking about persecution.
But is that judgment?
No.
How do you link the judgment from...
Well, what judgment do we suffer?
As in we, as Christians.
Yeah, Christians. Persecution is not judgment.
We suffer the same judgment as all.
We suffer like Christ.
Well, Christ takes our judgment, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He takes the punishment we deserve. So I would be reluctant to say that this is talking about a punishment that we experience, right? Because Peter says, 3:18, Christ died once for all the righteous and the unrighteous to bring you to God. So you don't want to put Peter against Peter. I would suggest, off the top of my head, that he's talking about, shoot me down in flames if this doesn't work. For it is time for judgment to begin with the family of God, and if it begins with us, what will the outcome be for those who do not obey the gospel of God? So judgment begins with those who are saved. And then those who are not saved, and our judgment is dealt with by Jesus. And then those who are not saved, well, they've got to deal with their own judgment. That's what I think he's saying. I can look it up for you if you wish, and check some commentaries out.
Okay.
So how does that link then with the whole theme of suffering?
Well, you're suffering at the moment for being a Christian,
Okay.
but compared to the alternatives, not that bad, I think. He's saying suffer for faith, don't suffer for being a murderer or a meddler or whatever. But, yeah. But, really, it's not that bad. What's the worst that will happen if you die? Go to heaven. The guys who are doing it to you, they'll be punished for what they're doing. Does that help?
Yep.
Okay. Come back if it doesn't. Any others?